This is the Effing One podcast, Australia's only Formula One podcast with Adam and Luke.
G'day and welcome to Effing One podcast, Australia's only Formula One podcast. And by default, that makes this the best Aussie Formula One podcast in the world.
Woohoo!
Yes! We did it, Luke. We did it. Default. Our motto here at Effing One podcast, to make Formula One great again. And what Formula One fan doesn't dream of jumping in the DeLorean and going back? Back to the future, Marty. Back to the future. To the 80s. When the sound of a Formula One car would leave your ears bleeding. Cars would blow up for no reason. And the company Mercedes-Benz were only interested in growing dirty German porn mustaches. That's all they wanted to do. Why can't we go back to those days? Well, you're in luck, because you've just stumbled across a mildly entertaining Formula One podcast that is dedicated to making this sport great again. In fact, we are doing everything in our power just to make this sport slightly more interesting again. But right now it's time to head pants down, head first. That's what we do. Into the preview of the Canadian GP, and we say, Bonjour Luc, je suis heureux de vous voir. Comment ça va?
Merci, Huza. Bienvenue. And welcome to the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal. Another street race that has us up at stupid o'clock. 4 a.m. for us, mate. That's a tough one. A street circuit named after the great Gilles Villeneuve, not his opinionated son Jacques. Will the Wall of Champions claim another? It already has, with Max Verstappen in free practice. Will Ferrari's grunt take them to the top step? Or will the Mercedes take the maximum points again? I don't know, man. Will Lewis complain about something? You bet your ass he will.
Damn right he will.
So yeah, Canadian Grand Prix. 14 corners, 4.361 kilometre track, 70 laps, with a race lap record by Rubens Barrichello back in the Ferrari F 2004. A beautifully dominant car with a 1 minute 13.622 race lap. Wow. Last year's winner, Sebastian Vettel, ahead of Bottas, Verstappen, and Vettel got pole with 1 minute 10.764. That's all it is for the Canadian Grand Prix, mate. What have we got to look forward to?
Well, heaps.
Heaps,
Luke.
Tons.
By the way, thank you for inviting me into your beautiful palatial mansion again.
You're welcome.
This is podcast headquarters. And
HQ, as I like to call it.
HQ. It's a beautiful spot right here. We should do some tour groups. Maybe some tour groups might want to come and see where this podcast is made.
Yep. I'll bring them in. $5 at the door.
$5. That seems fair.
Yeah, you get to go through the lower living. We have 2 living rooms in the palatial grounds here.
Living spaces.
Yep. You've got Pete's
Dojo.
Producer Pete.
Yep.
He's got his canyon underneath this living room.
Yep.
And it's just a gas-filled, it's like a humidor.
Yeah.
If you manage to make it upstairs from that, you've done well.
There's a lot of weights in there. There's a lot of protein powder. And then you come up here to this Luke's little sanctuary.
Where the air is clean.
The air is slightly less disgusting. Yeah. But it is very nice. So thank you once again for inviting me into your home, Luke. Very hospitable of you. Very.
I had no choice, really.
Big podcast coming. Oh, by the way, if we did sell tickets for the tour, you'd probably only have your mum turning up.
Yeah, I won't let her.
But that's
in.
fine.
She still has to pay $5.
She still has to pay $5. She can bring all the food she likes, but she's still paying a $5.
Yeah.
What's coming up in the podcast today? Massive preview of the Canadian Grand Prix. We're going to also speak to world champion Luke, Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh, let's see what he's up to.
We're going to find out what he's
That'd be interesting.
Yep, a little porthole into Kimi. Find out what he's doing right now, this very second in Canada. We're going to get the latest from the Nerang Australia Formula One bids, with that massive movement to ditch the Melbourne Grand Prix and have in its place the everyman's GP, the working man's Grand Prix, the Monaco of the Gold Coast, as they call it. Also, the Effing What segment. We're going to learn something new, Luke. You got some more tantalising stuff to...
I have a tidbit.
Oh, I love tidbits. We've got news.
News.
A lot of news. Time zones. We'll check out what time you can catch the Formula One race at your neck of the woods, whether you're joining us from the US, from Canada, although no one's ever downloaded this podcast in Canada. That's the information.
Pick up your game, Canada.
Come on, Canada. Otherwise, we're going to say some rather nasty things about Canada.
No, we're going to say nasty things. Fuck them.
Regardless. Yep. What else have we got? And some predictions as well. So let's buckle ourselves in, and we should, before, good time to mention, Luke, as is tradition here at Effing What Podcast, we must dress up in the traditional outfit, the native costume of the featured race, out of respect, Luke, for the country's customs. And this podcast is nothing if not respectful.
I don't know, too.
No, I'm just trying to think. Okay, no.
Yeah.
But still, being Canada today, you, Luke, are dressed as a maple syrup making lumberjack. Very specific lumberjack, this one.
Yeah, I like it sticky.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
I was not. And let's. And what am I? Okay. Yes. What am I dressed as? Good question. Where am I dressed? Oh, yes. I am dressed.
I can see what you're dressed as.
Let me have a look at myself. I just couldn't recognise what I was doing. I am the arse end of your trusty steed. I'm half a pony.
And who's the other half?
Pete. Producer Pete is the top half.
He's the front end?
He's the front end.
You're in a dangerous position right there, my friend.
It's not pleasant in here. It's musky. Very, very musky. So that's what we have to do. So that's what we're doing. It makes sense on a podcast. It makes sense to dress up on a podcast.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what we do. Yeah, for no one else, for us, for our own entertainment. So we're doing it. So before we go into anything else, we would like to see you, Luke.
Oh.
We would like to see you on the PlayStation 4
Oh.
driving a lap of the Canadian Montreal Grand Prix. Could you do that for us? So the vehicle we have chosen is an F1 car, surprisingly.
Is it? It's more of a GP2 Formula 2 car, I think.
It's a Williams. And you are Robert Kubica. So you are using one arm and you're talking as Count Dracula.
Just missed the Wall of Champions. That's
All
good.
right.
Going down the main straight.
Here we go. Come on, Luke. Focus now. Focus on this lap. You're in a Williams.
I have not driven this in a very long time.
Oh, God.
As
He's
you can
already
tell.
off. Oh, he's run off.
Turn 1 2 is a left-right hander.
On the grass. And he's spinning out.
Spinning.
Oh, God. He's on a 360. This is
But
bad. This is
what
bad.
I'm doing, this is for the fans, really. This is for the fans down there who don't really get to see much. Gave them a couple of
But it is a Williams.
donuts.
So it does make sense that you're driving so badly.
That was more me than the car. I'll give him that.
Well, we'll give it 50-50 because the car's rubbish and you're rubbish.
Oh, yeah, this car. That's where I just went past the place where Lance Stroll and Brendan Hartley had a bit of a tete-a-tete in last year's Grand Prix where Hartley went around the outside of Stroll and crashed into the wall because Stroll got a little bit of a wiggle. It was a good move by Hartley. Everyone's like, he shouldn't have been there. I'm like, yes, he should have.
Oh, crap. He's gone off the track again.
It's all right. What I
bad.
did is by cutting that corner, I still went through the bollard that needed to, so I wasn't going to get a penalty.
Right.
Going down to the hairpin where Robert Kubica, who I'm officially driving as, had a massive accident there in 2007 or 2006, and then he won the race the year later. Phenomenal man he is. Going down the back straight, open the DRS, long back straight, and then you've got the chicane to the Wall of Champions, the last corner. This lap's probably taken 10 or 15 seconds longer because of my couple of spins
and the
into
Williams.
turn 1, 2.
Yeah.
And that's
the lap. Well done, Luke, on the PS4.
Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. And
Brilliant.
just to make a point, I can actually take that corner.
No, yeah. Oh, you spun out the exact same spot. And you've hit the wall now, Luke.
Didn't need that front wing.
Jesus.
There can be better updates.
Wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed that.
That was the worst lap that anyone's ever driven.
Yep.
In a
not good
PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Well, the Williams wasn't good, and you only had one arm because you were driving as Kubica, so it wasn't easy. I think you did reasonably well.
I did the car justice.
Yep.
Yeah.
You did.
I didn't want to drive too fast because I didn't want to give it a time that was too good for the car.
Correct. And you were a lot more conversational than Kubica is, so that was also nice.
Yeah, I think I was way too conversational. I should have focused more on the steering and the braking and the turning.
And maybe some more Blah, 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 blah. Would have been good.
Yeah, I forgot about the blurs.
That's okay.
I'll do that later.
Yeah. We can add those in maybe in post-production.
Blur. Post-production blurs.
We've got to do something to break up this Mercedes-Benz domination.
I think Daniel Ricciardo pointed out, they asked him, what can you do to, I think it was on Sean Kelly on his Instagram story.
Statsman.
Sean Tim Tam Kelly, our Statman superstar.
Yep.
He said that, he was in front of Daniel while he was being interviewed.
Yep.
And I'm guessing the question was, how can you stop the cars in front of you? And he said, well, if maybe people throw oil on the track.
Oh, really?
Like, where did they get that idea from?
Where did you get that idea from, dickhead?
Your old pals, Adam and
Effing
Luke.
When we spoke about this in Melbourne.
Yep.
We did. We spoke about it in depth with every driver. How can we spice up?
Water balloon.
Water balloons, the shopping bag challenge, the reverse parking challenge.
Oil, pinatas.
Pinatas. It gets boring. People can whack the pinata and stuff just sprays all over the straight.
Yep.
Yellow flags. Mandatory yellow flags when it's boring.
You heard it here first, people.
Anyway, but it's good to see they're actually listening. It's taken a while.
But not admitting they do, just like everyone else.
No, correct. They will never admit it. But we've had conversations about this. All right. At least it's been mentioned.
Yes, it has. So that's his idea,
Yep.
to keep them running away from winning the championship very
Throw
easily.
oil on the track. I like it.
A lot of oil.
Yeah. Although I would have preferred the pinata,
Oh, yeah.
the whacking stick. Every driver gets a whacking stick, and if it gets boring, they just smash that pinata.
But the thing with the oil, it would take them, a couple of people spinning off before they realise what it is. And that those people are now out of the race.
Yeah.
So with pinatas, they'll just go, someone might get a puncture.
Yeah.
They're not going to take them out of the race, and they go, we'll pull a safety car out and clean that stuff up.
Yeah. Luke, the weather for the Canadian Grand Prix. Do you have any forecasts? What can we expect?
Well, since we've missed day one, which was clean, but it was very dusty. The track was
dusty,
hugely dusty.
like Roland Garros.
Poor Ted Kravitz probably has some kind of lung disease.
Ted.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead Kravitz now, not Ted Kravitz. And there'll be more hashtags, where's Ted?
Yeah.
So today will be a minimum of 14 degrees and a maximum of 22, partly sunny and pleasant. You know it's always going to be pleasant in Montreal.
Yeah, they're
everyone's
pleasant.
nice.
Yeah, they're nice
But
people.
it's French Canada, so they're a little bit arrogant.
Yeah.
If you speak French, it's fine. And Sunday, race day, partly sunny and warmer.
Oh,
Minimum of 16, top of 28.
that is warm.
With a 1% chance of rain.
1% chance of this race
I
being
like those
exciting.
odds.
I like it. I'll take them. I'll take them, mate.
$5 on a 1% chance of rain.
So you're telling me there's a 1% chance a Mercedes-Benz may not win by 30 seconds?
It's the same odds as me being still single by the end of the week.
I think those odds are higher. I'm going to be honest with you, Luke.
1%.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be higher.
But it's nothing that you're doing wrong. I don't think it's anything you're doing wrong.
It's
You're doing so much right. You know what's not right is the amount of lubricant that sits in your bedroom. I think that's off-putting.
It's all right. It's dwindling as every day goes by. One of our sponsors that we don't mention very often is Vaseline.
Your Vaseline.
Yeah.
Luke is proudly sponsored by Vaseline.
It's a personal sponsor.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the podcast.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And your motto on your shirt says, feel free, just don't take the skin off it.
What?
Hit it, but don't take the skin off.
Take the skin off.
The fuck? Anyway, we're getting sidetracked.
Not at all.
The tyres.
Tyres.
Luke, how are the tyres looking? What kind of compounds
So
are we
it's
running?
the same three compounds as in Monaco. So it's the C3, C4, C5. The C3 is the medium compound of the entire 5 compounds that Pirelli give, but they will be the hardest tyres. The C3, C4 is the mediums, and the soft is the C5. There's your tyres.
Very nice. Who won last year? We had... Was it Hamilton?
No.
Bottas?
No.
Was it a Ferrari? It was a Ferrari.
Vettel won to Bottas. I said in my intro. Vettel, Bottas,
No, of course you did.
Verstappen.
I never listened to your intros.
No, I wouldn't either. Everyone just skips it.
Straight
So
to the
now
good
he's
stuff.
talking
Straight to
shit
this
again.
part. Straight to this bit.
Yeah, straight to now.
Righto.
And they're going to skip this
Let's
now.
skip this part now. And times of the race. When
of the
can we
race.
expect to watch this race in, say, Western Standard Time in Australia, Luke?
Western Standard Time, straight up, which is the same time as Kuala Lumpur.
Ah, very nice.
So the West Aussies, 2:10 a.m. on Monday morning.
Not bad. Well,
That's a shit time.
it's pretty shit, isn't it?
We should, in one of our future podcasts, talk about where would be the best place to watch Formula One
Yeah, the worst and the best.
and the worst.
yeah.
I
yeah.
think the worst could be Hawaii, maybe New Zealand.
Yeah.
The best.
We're almost at the worst.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
We're close.
Maybe like a UK, Portugal
Would be the best.
a good time
Yeah.
to watch.
I agree.
So the Australian Eastern Standard Time is 4 a.m. It's the same time as Vladivostok.
Is it
in
really?
Russia. Yes.
Wow.
Yep,
I wonder
4.
what they're doing right now in Vladivostok. Making some good vodka.
Probably trying to keep warm
Yeah.
this time of year.
Although it's summertime, isn't it?
Doesn't matter. It's Vladivostok.
It's Vladivostok. It's always... Even summertime's fucking freezing.
Yeah, no, this is shit.
Yeah. This is shit.
They're definitely making
Yeah, vodka.
So New Zealand, 6:10 a.m.
Yep.
Nice time for them. If you want to get up early Monday morning before work, if you start at 9, you've got an opportunity to watch a grace before you get to work.
There we go. That's nice.
Vietnam and Christmas Island. Christmas Island is nothing like Christmas. I'll just let the listeners know.
It's not Christmas every day?
Not at all.
Oh, that's false
Unless you're
advertising,
a
isn't it?
refugee camp.
Yeah.
1 a.m. Bit of a shit time for them. Literally where they are. Vietnam's a nice place. But Christmas Island, not so much. Tokyo, 3:10 a.m.
Wow.
Godzilla's not
real.
up at that time.
No, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tokyo. That's a shitty time
Shitty
to
time.
watch Formula One.
Anchorage, Alaska. Here's one. We haven't said that before.
Anchorage, Alaska.
Yep. Is
Good
at
time?
10 a.m.
Nice. Nicely
So you've
done.
had a good, maybe
pretty good.
walk the dog,
Yep.
gotten out and about for the morning, got
Yep.
some groceries, sit down and watch the race.
It's nice.
And then you got the rest of the day after midday.
Alaska. So I've ever been to Alaska? I've not been there.
Never.
You've ever wanted to?
I do want to go there.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
really a fun place. Used to be part of Russia in the
Oh,
old days.
really?
It was bought by the Americans for like $1 million in the 17th century.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you
Anyway,
go.
there you go.
They don't listen though either.
No,
Bastards.
They don't care.
Los Angeles and Vancouver, 10 a.m. New York, Montreal, and Caracas.
Caracas.
Beautiful place. 2:10 p.m.
Good place to get mugged.
Sunday. Great place to get
Yeah.
mugged. If you're really looking for a mugging, go to Caracas.
Yep.
Jamaica. We haven't done Jamaica yet.
No.
1 p.m. in the afternoon on a Sunday.
That's perfect.
That is pretty
That's
immaculate.
idyllic.
We're going to go to the Faroe Islands, which is also known as United Kingdom. They're not the same, but they're the same time zone.
Oh, right.
UK just took over the Faroe Islands.
What?
We didn't get that news.
It's a Brexit thing.
7 p.m.
Yep.
Which is good because
That's perfect.
But the thing is, it's a Sunday night.
Prime time.
That's good.
Prime time football.
Perfect. Stockholm, Amsterdam, and Zagreb, Croatia. 8 in the PM. Helsinki, Nairobi, and Baghdad. 9 in the evening.
Yep.
And Mawson, the Mawson station in Antarctica,
Antarctica.
is 11.
Big shout out to everyone
Yeah.
down there in Antarctica.
G'day,
Doing a
boys.
wonderful job
Girls.
down there.
Yeah, it's cold down there.
Very cold.
Minus 30
Yeah.
to 50.
Good ice fishing.
You just have
Feel
to
like
dig a long
Just
way.
a big hole. It's a big... Are you almost there, Terry? No, still going.
4 days
4
of digging.
Ks down.
Using a pneumatic drill.
Yeah.
That's the time zones.
There you go. That is great. Where would you...
I hope that's helped someone. They're going, all right, that's when the...
That's very helpful. Out of those destinations, what's your pick of the spots to watch it this weekend? Luke?
Oh,
I'm gonna say probably Jamaica. That'd be fun to watch a Formula One race on a beach.
It would.
At 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
With a daiquiri. Yeah,
yep. I think that's probably
that's the winner.
pick of the
well
litter.
done, Jamaica. You've won this week's Time Zone Award. Wish we get a little trophy. Get a little trophy for that. We've got some effing what news, Luke.
Effing what?
Effing what? You always bamboozle us with some fantastic Formula One tidbits. Some interesting stuff, Luke.
I've got the titties.
Have you? You got some
titty bits.
We need some man bra. You put the bro on. Get your bro on.
The man's ear.
The man's ear.
Would you go the bro or would you go the man's ear?
More of a traditionalist, probably a man's ear.
I'd go bro.
Yeah.
We have to be torn on something.
Yep.
Effing what?
Yep.
So this week I'm talking about tyres. I'm going to talk about it briefly.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a huge amount of data you can get from tyres. I saw a video of a guy cutting into a tyre. He cut into a Formula 1 tyre. And he had about 6 to 7 mil of tread left on a used Formula 1 tyre, which makes me think that a Formula 1 tyre would be just over 1 centimetre of tread. So maybe 1 centimetre, 1.2 centimetres of tread on a tyre. That's not much.
No, it's not. Doesn't seem like much.
No, it's not. It's not a big edge. It's not a considerable edge when you look at them brand new. But that's not a lot of... So how they manufacture the tyres is layer by layer. There's so many different compounds which Pirelli aren't going to tell everyone what's there.
The secret spices.
It's also when they test their tyres, they actually have a separate testing facility in Turkey.
Oh,
and they'll manufacture the tyres there as well.
Do they in Turkey?
Yeah, in Turkey. So they'll do some...
Over a shisha.
They'll do a lot of compound research in terms of chemicals and stuff like that.
Yep.
In Italy. They have another one. I think it might be in Poland is their other facility. But they'll put... So in a on track, they'll probably get to 6 Gs of lateral loading on the tyres.
Yep.
So they'll have this spinning carcass, spinning tyre going around, and then they'll move the road to accentuate what it would be like in G forces. They test the tyres up to 15 G of lateral forces.
Jesus.
That's exceptional.
That's crazy. In like a specifically made tyre tunnel?
Yep. So it's a spinning tyre and they have the road underneath it and then they just move the tyre. To make it feel like it's...
Right.
15 G of forcing. So they're tested up to 15 G.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And our Formula 1 cars can probably get up to 5 to 6 braking G, but 4 to 5 lateral G.
Wow.
I'll be interested to know what they do on the Nerang Grand Prix course.
Well, it's quite bumpy.
A lot of Gs.
There's a lot of Gs on that course.
Yeah. Some good corners.
Lovely corners. Good tight corners.
And
that's crazy.
Effing what? So really like a 1.2 because they reduced the tread depth of the Formula 1 tyre to stop blistering because they felt it was too deep. So there was a possibility of heating underneath and therefore bubbling up and blistering out.
So if you've got too much tread on the tyre, that's the increased chance of having blistering.
Yeah, because they increase the tyre temperature, which can form a bubble underneath, and then it'll just burst through the carcass, and then it'll go all through the tyre. So to kind of even it out, they've had to make it thinner, but it still lasts quite long.
As usual, Luke, we tip the cap to you, my good man. That is fantastic research.
I tried to find the specific,
very specific,
brand new tyre tread depth, but no one knew.
No one. And you were on the phone to all the big...
I was on the Twitter sphere, reaching out to people, nothing.
And you've got contacts in high places. So
even an ex-McLaren engineer, he didn't know.
Wow. And for you not to, get the info, it's top secret. If you don't know it, it's not worth knowing.
That's right.
It's damn
Let's
right.
Let's just guesstimate. It's 10 centimetres thick, and it's a tractor tyre.
Yep. Wow. So you put Tim Tam Kelly to shame.
No, not at all. That man is a god.
Well, he is a god, but,
He's a Tim Tam.
You're one of the Hindu gods. There's a few of them.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of gods. There's thousands. There's one for tyres. There's one for kebabs.
The god of kebabs.
The rotisserie.
There's the god of Vaseline.
There's a god of Vas. You took a lot of those gods, those Greek gods.
Yeah, I got a lot of hands and a lot of jars.
A lot of inappropriate gods.
Yes.
Any news, Luke?
News, not too much. Renault are expecting a massive upgrade for the following Grand Prix, the French Grand Prix.
Well, they said that last time.
Yeah, but
it didn't turn out very well.
Daniel has also come out and said the numbers are looking good. There's hope that, and Renault think that this will jump them clear of Haas.
Oh, give me a break.
So
Luke.
I'm just
don't bullshit a bullshitter.
This is news.
I know.
It's
news. It's not.
We'll wait to see what happens.
It's not facts. Isn't it
at Paul Ricard. And you think they want to do a big thing at the French circuit? It's their home race, their home Grand Prix. Pull out all the stops to make them look good in front of all their investors and all
they
the
don't
big
have to
wigs.
pull out all the stops. They just have to get the tactics right to start with.
That's one.
There's
massive
one element.
Thing. I need to take risks instead of being. The thing is, when they play it safely, they did in Monaco. They got nowhere. They went backwards.
Yeah,
he was up to 5th.
I know,
and he luckily finished 9th.
I mean, we're slightly biased. This is an Aussie podcast. We're proud of it, and we like a bit of Dan Ricciardo. We like when he does well, and when he doesn't, we tend to tip shit up.
But
we tend to trash the house.
It's taken me a while to clean it up after Monaco.
Yeah.
But, they know it too. They've lost a lot of points this year from poor calls. And so has Ferrari. There's a few teams, and so did Haas. Haas were there too. If Haas had left Kevin Magnussen out, Magnussen would have finished 6th.
That's true.
So, it wasn't just us. I think they probably said to Kevin, whatever Daniel does, do it.
Do it.
If Daniel goes in, go in. If he doesn't, stay out. Mm-hmm. I would have stayed out. In hindsight, Renault would have stayed out.
Hindsight's a wonderful
thing.
But
when I was watching it live, I'm like, don't pit him.
And they did.
And they did.
Sure enough. Well, if this podcast doesn't succeed, at least we know we've got a backup job as a Renault
tactician.
Yeah,
that's us.
It's a given.
I'm going to start writing people.
Yep. It's a given. We are overqualified to be a Renault tactician.
Oh, everyone is. Everyone I know is the fun one.
Let's give Cyril a chance.
It's not Cyril's fault.
All we are saying is give Cyril a chance. And he's a nice guy. Sure.
Did we have to pay the Beatles for doing that?
Probably. No, I think it's like 4 bars. Anything more than 4 bars.
No, we just...
Before that, it's not copyright. It's fine. We can still got to do
We said Cyril. They don't say that in a song.
Yeah. I mean, he is the world's hairiest man. He is the closest living link that we have to chimpanzees.
I'm the closest link to him.
But he's so awesome. He's so lovely.
I rate Cyril.
Anyway, me too. I'm a big fan.
If we did dude or douchebag on Cyril, dude.
Straight away, there's not even an argument.
Undoubted dude.
Are we doing a dude or dude? No, we're not doing a dude.
That's next.
That's in the post. All right, we'll do a dude or douchebag on Cyril. An update, Luke. Oh, very exciting news, Luke. An update from the most exciting proposed Formula One track for 2020.
Are you talking Vietnam?
No, and I'm not talking the Dutch GP.
Oh.
No. We mean the Little Battlers GP, the Formula One race that represents the working class, the forgotten, the downtrodden, the slightly retarded. It's the Monaco of the Gold Coast, the Nerang Grand Prix. Not very much water in Nerang. There is the Hinds Dam.
There's the Nerang River.
There's the Nerang River.
Full of bull sharks.
Yep, and it's not very picturesque.
Oh, no, it's brown.
Not much water, but there's a hell of a lot of ice. The police are always very on top of that, though. That's good. That's good to know.
Not the ice you put in your drink, people.
No, not that kind of ice. The bad ice.
If you just want to escape.
Yeah. So we look to the Melbourne track. We're going to get rid of the Melbourne track. That's the idea.
Bye, Melbourne.
Albert Park is too fucking boring. It's like Spain. It's shit. So it's boring. It's not conducive to overtaking. It's not conducive to great racing.
Good souvlaki, though.
Very good souvlaki. But see, Nerang's got it all. You've got a street track. There's heaps of DRS zones.
They've got street food, which is actually food made on the street.
Yes, correct. Yeah, you don't want to eat that, though. It's not great.
Yeah.
Good overtaking corners.
Yep.
There's the unemployment office.
One of the highlights.
They've got crime levels that would make Rio de Janeiro look safe. So these are all things that Nerang's got going for it.
Yeah.
But you've got some wonderful news, very exciting news to come out of Nerang GP. What's the latest, Luke? Give us some good news.
Well, we've managed to get hold of some really good land, and it's for the fans.
Yep.
The closest 5-star accommodation is a good 25, 30 minutes drive.
Yep.
And it's next to the beach. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
but it's not Nerang.
it's not Nerang. You're not living in Nerang.
You're not breathing it. You're not living it.
You know, Nerang has some of the finest caravan parks and motels you will find anywhere in the world.
Just beautiful.
And if you see some shoes thrust over a power line, that's where you get your finest drugs.
Yeah.
And when we do our tour of the track, you will probably see them, and that's where you're going to get your drugs from, people.
Yep.
And the most exciting news, the one I've been holding off for anticipation
this is,
to build it up.
I mean, this is big, Luke, because we've already spoken to the mayor. That was big news. He was right on board.
We got him his Winnie Blues.
We did. He's on board.
One rubber stamp done.
Correct.
Bit more red tape to do. We need to get the Queensland government behind it, the Australian government behind it, and the Australian people behind it.
But we need $60 million as well. But that's a detail.
There's, 23 million Aussies? Everyone chucks in $3. Boom.
Perfect.
We've made some coin.
Beautiful. There's a bit left over.
But
The big news.
the Nerang High School, the school I used to go to,
The jewel in the education system in
alma mater, they have agreed to open up their sporting fields for a fan camping ground.
Oh.
Just like they do in Belgium, just like they do
Brilliant.
in Le Mans. Right here.
Brilliant.
In Nerang.
So
Well, not
you can
here, but
pitch a tent by the track.
you can pitch a tent.
You can pitch a tent. You could bring your barbecue.
Yep.
You can bring
Hang
your
out with all the other
kids.
fans. Have a festival. Get shit-faced.
Oh, mate. That's an element of different. It's a point of difference.
You don't have that anywhere
Monaco?
else.
No.
No. Where's your close accommodation at Albert Park
No.
that you can afford?
No.
It's a hostel.
No.
It's a good hour walk.
Silverstone? No.
No. I think they do, actually.
They might do.
But that's what we're doing. We're bringing it,
Yeah.
that festival feel.
We're bringing a festival.
Yep.
That is
So that's
huge.
exciting news.
So have we got official approval from the campsite?
Yep. From the school.
From the school for
Yeah,
camping?
Yeah. I went to my old
Headmaster,
Principal?
Mrs. Thompson.
it's Mr. Ducks, actually.
Mr. Ducks.
Yep.
What did he say?
He said, yeah, right.
And you went, thanks, Mr. Ducks.
Yeah.
He said, just pick up your mess afterwards.
I said, no.
No, really?
No. He's fine with that. Give the kids something to do after the Grand Prix.
Yeah. Clean up the mess. Kids, everyone, clean up some rubbish.
It's part of your, because none of these kids are going to,
No.
onto great things. They're not doctors or
These kids are
great inventors.
They've got no future.
What are they going to be? They're doing highway patrol, picking up rubbish. And
If they're lucky.
what better work experience
Yeah.
than having it at the Nerang Grand Prix, picking up everyone's rubbish,
Oh, look, you've done them a favour, Luke.
use condoms, you name it.
You're doing the local kids a favour.
Yeah.
I mean,
Work
their
experience.
aspirations are, to work at the local pub or the bottle shop.
Yep.
And now suddenly they're going to be working in publicity and promotions for a Formula One Grand Prix.
Yep. Beautiful.
Wow. So that is exciting news. That is really exciting
Very
news.
exciting.
It goes on, this quest to have the Nerang Grand Prix as the next Grand Prix on the Formula One calendar for 2020. Very exciting. And you can, of course, check out the proposed track, which we've got on Twitter and Instagram. Wonderful track. I pretty much drive a portion of it every day to go to work. Because I head off the M1 to go down to Nielsen's Road to head to Broadbeach. And there's that little slip lane there. That is, I think that's part of just near the pits area, just past Macca's and Hungry Jack's.
Oh, yeah.
And Bunnings.
Then you go the Hill,
The Hill.
down the Hill, and up the Hill.
That's the Hill. That's what I'm talking. That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
And you go left,
I go
where
left.
you'd normally go the Ifland variety.
The Hill. But that's the Ifland Ridey. Wow, it's exciting, isn't it? Having a Formula One Grand Prix ride
Isn't
here.
it exciting to have
exciting.
a corner named after your favourite hand?
It
The
is
Ifland
actually.
variety.
The Ridey. No, ride's not bad. One of my favourite hands. Not bad.
Top two.
Yeah, top. Hey, that is very exciting news. Very exciting. Excuse me. My throat's a bit croaky.
Jesus.
Still been suffering with this croaky throat.
Glad you still got a voice. That's all I'm concerned about.
Yeah. What else? Oh, Kimi Räikkönen. We need to figure out what Kimi's doing right now.
What's that segment called?
At Home with Kimi. Beautiful. Very
I
hard.
did not like that at all.
No, it was a bit weird.
My ears hurt.
We're going to check the porthole, Kimi Räikkönen porthole, which we have right here.
It just sounds like a porthole.
Porthole. It's a porthole. It's more of a black hole.
No, we can see.
Space
We can see
time
through
continuum.
it.
But you
Black
can see
hole, no light comes.
That's
in
true.
or out.
It is light sucking.
Yep. So
This is a porthole. It literally is like a small, if you imagine an anus that opens and closes. And we're going to open it up right now.
The sphincter of solitude. Let's open it up.
And we're going to see what Kimi's doing right this very second in Canada. World champion Kimi Räikkönen. And let's take a look. Can you see through that? I can see. Looks like are we at an ice hockey game?
Looks like they're at. He's in Boston.
Let's take some audio from this.
The man to drop the puck for this 5th game of the NHL Stanley Cup is Mercedes driver Valtteri Bottas.
What the fuck? I'm Kimi fucking Räikkönen! Oh, Jesus Christ. I only agreed to do this fucking thing because you're going to call me Kimi Räikkönen. You call me fucking button. That's fine. Hello, everybody. I'm Kimi Räikkönen, world champion Formula 1 driver. Stop laughing, everybody. Please stop laughing. I'm not Bottas. I'm Kimi fucking... Who's booing? Is it Bottas here? Is there a Bottas? Is there a Bottas somewhere in this audience? I'm going to hit you if there's a Bottas. Now, what do I have to fucking do? Well, give me the puck. Give me the puck. What do I do with it? Just drop it? Yeah, okay. All right, guys. I'm Kimi Räikkönen. I'm going to drop this puck and you guys motherfuckers want you to play ice hockey.
Drop the puck. Drop the puck.
Is that you, Bottas? Someone's saying drop the puck. Is that Bottas? Can anyone see Valtteri Bottas here? I'm going to fucking smash his face. Stop laughing. Who is that? Is that you?
You
Bottas?
suck.
It's Bottas. I had the Bottas.
You suck, Bottas.
I need some vodka and I need some pancakes.
And that was
At home with
Kimi. What the fuck is happening in Canada?
Poor Kimi Räikkönen. He doesn't
Kimi
win.
Räikkönen at an ice hockey game.
Yeah, so the Stanley Cup Finals between the St. Louis Blues and the Boston Bruins. Game 5, which I think...
I'm more concerned about Kimi Räikkönen hitting someone that he thinks is Bottas. It might not be Bottas he's punching.
They've got a couple of Finnish players at Boston, so...
Oh, they all look the same.
Yeah.
They all look the same, those
Pecorino,
Finns.
their goalie, he's Finnish.
They're all boring, blonde and dull.
Boring what? He's getting booed too.
Yeah, it's not fair. Not fair. How do you know when you're a Formula 1 fan, Luke?
You know you're an F1 fan when you visit your optometrist and you ask him, could you put some tear-offs on my lookovers? So tear them off to get a clear vision. Instead of cleaning my glasses over and over,
Yep.
tear off
Never
straight away.
Never clean them ever again.
Near clear view again.
Perfect. Oh, exciting, Luke. We you probably don't realise this, but this podcast is getting surprisingly popular.
There's a lot I don't realise.
There's your mother is finally doing the trick. She is successfully on her trip around Australia in the caravan. She is downloading it into every single town she gets to.
Ah.
So the numbers have got up. There are some advertisers interested in advertising another
Really?
product. Let's play that product right now. Do you ever wake up feeling slightly Valtteri Bottas 2018?
Mediocre? A little shit? Taking it up the arse every weekend?
Feeling like you're letting everyone pass you by without putting up a fight?
It's time to try Valtteri Bottas's 2019 Power Porridge.
Go from Valtteri Bottas to Valtteri Bottas!
Inside every box for a limited time you get a Bottas beard.
Pop it on your face.
Pop it on your chest.
Pop it on top of your head.
Pop it on your undercarriage.
Pop it on your wife if that's what you're into.
We don't judge.
Just enjoy your Power Porridge today. I'm gonna get me some of that stuff.
That sounds good.
Doesn't it sound good? You get a free beard.
Where are you going to pop that?
I'll probably go the undercarriage.
Definitely undercarriage. You do like the foliage down there. I did see you in the showers in Melbourne.
Yeah, I liked a bit more foliage to cover up the tree. The shrubbery. I need some more shrubbery.
The thing,
Luke.
I might shape it into just to cover my bald spot.
Oh, that's nice. An upside down beard.
And then the rest I might use as a landing strip.
This is handy.
Because I already have a beard.
Yeah, you've got a beard.
Yeah.
But what you don't have is an upside down beard for your head.
And I don't have power porridge.
Power porridge. Delicious. Free beard.
Yum, yum.
Yum, yummy, yummy. Luke, we need to get our predictions for the Canadian Grand Prix. We have an ongoing running competition between you and I, picking the driver from the team, getting a point for qualification and also the race. I'm leading. I took out the title last year. I have that beautiful hand whittle trophy that Peter made for us. It's in my bedroom. And I intend on keeping it this year because I'm in the lead by 6 points.
You never let your kids near it, do you?
No, it's in a locked glass cabinet, and it's got like a passcode, and there's lasers for sensing, like sensors and stuff. Anyway, it's very complex.
Jesus.
It's pretty complex, but it's a beautiful trophy. So let's go through the teams very quickly and get our predictions for the race. Shall we start from the back of the grid?
All right, we can start from the back.
Okay, Williams.
That's obviously Williams.
George Russell.
Russell?
Yep. Kubica's struggling a bit.
Ooh.
Not easy with one arm.
You know what?
Do it. Do it.
I'm
Do
going
it,
to go
Luke.
George Russell for qualifying,
Yep.
and then Robert Kubica for the race.
You overthink it. I just go the same dude, both qualifying and race. That's how I roll, baby.
You do, but if I go for Kubica for both and he gets them wrong, then I've lost 2 points, where I'm mitigating. I could lose only one, but I could gain one.
Again, overthinking it. Next team.
Alfa Romeo.
Kimi.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kimi.
Next team.
Next team.
Who's the next
Toro Rosso.
worst? Toro Rosso's better than Renault.
Oh, wait a minute. We'll go Racing Point.
Okay. Perez.
Perez.
Yeah.
Not going to go Stroll? His
No.
home race?
No, I'm not.
Neither am
He's hopeless.
I. Would Renault be next?
Yeah, I guess they would be, wouldn't they? Renault are pretty rubbish. Dan and Dan.
Daniel? Yeah, I think he's...
He likes this track. He's won it before.
Is Hulkenberg going to keep his job at the end of the year?
You know,
Or are they going to look for a Grosjean? Or are they going to look for an outed Gasly?
Well, I mean, Dan is not wiping the floor with him.
Or are they going to go Ocon?
Wow, Ocon, you see, it's a perfect...
Because he's not
Ocon.
going to Mercedes.
Mercedes is locked up.
They're
Williams...
going to keep Bottas after this year.
He's not going to want to go to Williams. He's going to want... The French are going to want a French driver. Ocon's French. If Hulkenberg doesn't pull his weight... Because beginning of the season, we thought Hulkenberg was killing it. And suddenly Dan's just out-qualified him a little bit, out-drove him a little bit. Yeah, I don't... Possibly. There's no other spots for Ocon.
No. Toro Rosso?
I'm going to go for... Oh, jeez. I'm going to go for the TIE Fighter.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alexander Albon.
he's due. He's a good, talented driver. I like
He's not
it.
Jew, he's Thai.
I'll take it easy.
I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
He could be.
How many Jews do you think there are in Thailand?
Not many.
No, 3, I think.
3.
It's just one family. Haas,
I'm going to say...
your favourite Frenchman?
I'm going to have to pass on the favourite Frenchman. I'm going to go for the Viking.
The Viking, Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah.
I will also go Kevin Magnussen.
Grosjean's disappointing me slightly.
He is.
A bit disappointing. It's okay.
McLaren.
I will definitely go for the man who's on a bit of a hot streak at the moment, Carlos.
Yeah, I can't go past
He's in a bit of form.
King Carlos.
It's a form.
To Red Bull Racing.
Wow, that's a given. I mean, as
Gasly.
much as we don't like the man, Max, the douche.
Mad Max Verstappen.
Yeah, Mad Max.
I will also go for Max. Ferrari. This will be tough.
This is a tricky one. This is tricky.
Charles Leclerc.
Every race, I think that Charles is going to be better, but he always seems to find a way, or his team, to disappoint. But I'm going to say Leclerc this time.
Oh.
This time, I think he's ready. I think he's ready to win, or at least beat Sebastian.
Yeah. I am going to go for Leclerc as well.
Oh,
And I think Leclerc's going to
interesting.
win.
Really?
Yeah, Leclerc for the win.
I think he's going to do something wrong and then berate himself.
He's
Tell
going to beat
the
himself
world
up.
how bad he is.
I'm so stupid. Mercedes. Valtteri Bottas. The bearded Viking.
A bearded Viking.
Or the douche canoe whinging Lewis Hamilton in the red corner with the red trunks. 5-time world champion.
Of the world.
He could tie Michael Schumacher with 7 Montreal wins this weekend.
Wow. And then go into his own with world championships if he wins this world championship.
No.
He's not flying. No, he'd be tying also Michael Schumacher.
No, he'll be at 6.
Oh, he'll be at 6. Schumacher 7.
Should got 7.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Because he does love this track.
I am going to go with the bearded one.
Really?
Fuck you, Bottas.
I'd love to see that. We've got to keep it. We've got to keep
That's
it
it.
tight.
He needs his
He needs
win.
to win. Otherwise, this season is all over.
And if he does win at Canada, in Montreal,
Yeah.
on the Circuit de Villeneuve, if he wins this race, it'd be a big kick for him because this is a Lewis Hamilton track.
It is.
So if he can get him on pole, get him in the race, bing bang boom,
It's back on.
the championship is back on.
Well, it's extended.
And if Ferrari's
It's
getting the
extended
mix,
for slightly longer.
because Ferrari will get in the mix this weekend with their big grunt power.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes have a new power for a new engine this weekend. So they have a bit more grunt as well.
Yep.
But it was tight in practice.
Yeah, I'd love to see Ferrari win this one. They need it. And we need to spice it up a little bit. We want to keep it interesting. We want this World Championship to progress longer than the next couple of weeks when it could be all over if it's Hamilton. That's not fun.
Nah, I think Bottas. Come on, Bottas.
Come on, Bottas. Come on.
Get that beard.
And we need to thank your mother.
Thanks,
Mrs.
Mum.
Luke. Mrs. Luke. It's on the passport, Mrs. Luke. And she turns up every week with some goodies. And look what she's made today. What have we got here?
So she's Uber Eats a bunch of things. She's still in Western Australia, caravanning around the country,
Of course she is.
trying to spread the word of the Nerang Grand Prix far and wide around this brown land.
How's she doing with that?
Yeah, slowly.
Slowly.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah, she.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's a hard gig to sell the Nerang Grand Prix because not many people in Kalgoorlie, Western Australia, know about Nerang and what it has to offer.
But we're going to put Nerang on the map.
We're doing it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might even get like Nerang, like a Hollywood sign,
Oh, that's a nice idea.
up in the Highland Park area.
Oh, lovely.
See?
There are some nice hills in Nerang.
Yep.
Could put a big oversized Nerang.
Or just
letters.
have an Effing One podcast sign up there
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
with yours and mine giant neon heads.
Oh, brilliant. Terrence and Phillip style. That's good. We might have to speak to the mayor about that.
Yeah. Oh, he'll be on top of it.
Yeah,
We just
totally.
got to slip him something.
Another packet of Winnie Blues.
So what's Mum's given us?
What have we got here?
We've got some poutine.
Oh, poutine. I love poutine.
Great Canadian
Yeah, very nice.
bit of slop.
Bit of sloppy stuff. We've got some pancakes, traditional Canadian pancakes. Got your bacon, got your maple syrup, got your ice cream on top. Delicious. What else have we got there? I've
got some Eskimo pies.
Lamb Eskimo pies.
Yep, in the middle.
Beautiful.
Lamb. Yep. I don't know if that's inappropriate or not, being culturally insensitive. So it could be Inuit pies.
Inuit
by now.
pies.
I'm not sure.
Get these pies Inuit. Get them
There you go.
Inuit.
I love that.
That's nice.
We've got some sea lion jerky.
Sea lion jerky. That does look jerky. That does look nice.
And some
Fatty.
some smoked walrus.
Smoked walrus.
You want to try that?
Oh, yeah, it's got little toothpicks in it. Let's have a
Yeah.
little sample. Let's have a little nibble. Maybe just lick it. Just lick it. Oh, God.
It's very smoked.
That's smoky.
I think that walrus had some kind of lung cancer. That's how much it
Some
smoked.
sort of illness. I'm not sure that's the part of the walrus you want to be eating, actually. It's weird.
Looks anusy.
It does look a bit anusy, doesn't it?
It's a bit chewy.
It's a bit chewy.
It's a bit sphinctery.
Yeah. Not nice. But maybe that's the way walrus tastes. That could be the taste of
That
walrus.
part of the walrus, yes.
Maybe
definitely.
all of the walrus taste like ass.
I don't know. We only got the arse bits. Mum,
But we don't know because it's only little
It
cubes. We assume this is the ass.
You can tell by the wrinkles in the corner.
Yeah. And knowing your mum's
That's
sense of
all ass.
humour, knowing the way that your mum operates,
Yeah.
we know
We
she's...
just licked a walrus ass.
Yeah. And she's laughing right now. In her caravan in Western Australia thinking those boys licked walrus ass.
Yep. I'm going to tell some local officials she had drugs in her caravan.
Yeah.
And we'll have the last laugh.
Yeah. Take that, Mrs. Luke. Thanks for the lovely spread, Mrs. Luke. You are a genius. Hope you're enjoying Western Australia, and thank you for spreading the word of the Nerang Formula One Grand Prix on your epic journey around this big, brown, beautiful country of ours, passing on the word of the Effing One podcast and the dreams of
several people that have signed
of
up.
Three people who have signed our petition for the Monaco of the Gold Coast, the Nerang Grand Prix.
Maybe I should start an online petition, see how many people sign it.
It's just going to be disappointing.
I'm all for disappointment.
We've got 12 signatures.
That's the motto of my sex life.
Yeah.
Just disappointing.
Yeah. Just slightly disappointing. Yeah. Well, we've got 12 signatures from that time. You know, when we took the signatures outside Centrelink office?
Yeah.
The unemployment office?
Yeah.
We got 12.
I did sell them.
You did have to sell them drugs.
I did. Yeah. But we got the signatures.
12's 12, mate.
Yeah.
12 signatures is 12 signatures.
It's a start.
Regardless of how you got them. Legally, we've got a dozen people on board.
A dozen. That sounds so many.
It's a lot when you say it like that. Hey, look, get hold of us in comments. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. There's a lot of this podcast you probably don't like. And it makes sense because there's a lot that we don't like. Let's just think back for a second. There wasn't that many highlights.
There was that bit at the start.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, that was before we pressed record, though.
Yeah, that was okay. That was
That was-
funny.
that was
funny.
really
That was funny. Yeah.
You missed out.
Too bad. You might catch it next time.
So give us a rate and review on Apple Podcast so other people know that we're half decent or mildly amusing.
Yeah.
And also...
Tolerable, Luke. Tolerable, I think is what you're looking for.
That's not too bad.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Thank you, and catch us on Twitter and also Instagram. See you after the Canadian Grand Prix, Luke.
Au revoir.
À tout à l'heure.